That's cool.
You are hiding on me.
Oh,
You gotta get everybody. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, then we have some. Oh.
That's all. Here you go. Guess he didn't fix it that.
perfect, yes. I made motions. Made a motion to take the minutes. Second. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Approve the warrants and payroll. That's easy. I know that.
Well.
Yeah, done, okay. We need a motion to ratify the agreement for the.
Okay, I'm completely dumbfounded with this. When you call, you ask, yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, we had, it constitutes an illegal meeting.
We're not spending money.
I know.
Well, yeah, there was no monies, there was no monies.
But it was,
An agreement's fine,
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
just,
there is agreement that, Freiburg and Denmark wrote up when they borrowed the fire truck.
Yeah.
So that's copy that's in there.
they only borrowed it for a day.
2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just that big phone. Yeah.
Oh, it brought to my attention that we stuffed up, and should have gone through.
Right, and that's, we just gotta try.
Try to do better. The intention was to get the job done.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to ask that legal question.
And should we put an article in to make sure it goes through the town's agreeable to it?
I don't know if you have to, because they do,
We
fire,
may
they do a
have-
fire equipment anyways.
We may not have to, but it's a good idea to be mutual aid. And
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, with the town.
Just to bring it on board.
So we get the truck back.
Yeah. Maybe it just says if they break anything, they fix it, and, you know, it's just the normal. Normal if you borrow something.
Same signature.
No, if we're in a jam.
I thought there was one page for the students. Oh,
Private.
Oh. okay,
Next to same signature page.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll make the motion, for the ratifying the agreement between, Brownfield and Freiburg for the use of, one of the plow trucks for 2 days.
Second. I'll vote, yep. Do we have to sign it? Give it back to them or good?
She wants it.
Okay, yep. No, I tried to put it around. Yeah, I can never put that back in place. That. Terry. You're up.
Oh. So my apologies for reading this with the fastest way of it. And I printed up a copy for each of you.
Okay, thank you.
So back in the fall, I'd written to Jared Golden's office asking how Brownfield might be able to benefit from some of the federal dollars. He seems to be successful in acquiring for Maine towns. So this past week, I received a call from his office, a woman named Kathy Drummond, and we discussed specific projects that might be worthwhile for the town of Brownfield and that Golden's office might possibly help with. So we discussed the firehouse and the community center. Kathy said the firehouse is really something that Susan Collins' office would be more suited to. But she seemed to feel that the Brownfield Community Center was something that might be right in line with the types of projects that Jared Golden's office likes to work for. So she was very helpful with information and very encouraging about Brownfield submitting an application for funding. She said these are considered an earmark rather than a grant, and said this would be a one-shot thing, so we should think big. She said it's not something where you can come back to the well each year. So think about everything that's needed and apply all at once. So she said a few things we have going for us is that the community center is used or could be used for multiple purposes: recreational activities, town meetings, fundraisers, fitness classes, and possibly an emergency shelter. The center is in dire need of repairs and upgrades, and the town can't afford to do this without increasing taxes. I didn't mention the recent safety inspection and the issues identified, but that might provide some more support for us to get help with what is needed. And she said the project needs to be something that many people in the community would support. That's why I wanted to read it out loud here so you get a sense of whether people were interested in doing this. So I don't know all the details of what the community center needs. Willie has shared some of them with me on a mini tour, but my wish list would include things like new bathrooms, including a shower in each, new kitchen, upgraded electrical system and plumbing as needed, new interior doors where needed, improved flooring. I know we have some of the flooring done, but the rooms and the gym could certainly use some different flooring. New furniture for meetings and dinners, possibly cots for emergency shelter needs, and exterior repairs, paint and landscaping, and the work that needs to be done on the playground and upgrading that. So I know this is a long list, but as she said, think big when you apply. And federal funds, she said, usually cover 80 to 90% of project costs, which would be lovely. The town would have to commit to putting up the rest. She said she would help us with the application and that all of this would have to be pulled together very quickly. It would require that prices would have to be gotten and contractors identified. The actual work could be accomplished over more than 1 year, but that the funding would have to be this one-shot application. She told me that she now has Brownfield on her list since we've talked. She'll get back in touch with me about whether the town is interested. She said the rules are usually posted on the website by February 15th, but applications may be due as early as March 15th. And as I said, she said she'd be willing to help us with the application. So knowing that it would take some quick movement, I wanted to propose to the select board the possibility of putting together a committee of people who'd be willing to work quickly on this and dedicate some time to pulling it together as one possible approach to applying for this. So I just wanted to bring that up tonight and see what the select board thinks about it.
Yeah. That's a lot of info. Yeah. Gotta get different things. Well, estimates. Yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'll make the motion. Joe.
So I would be interested in getting pricing. And I'm sure that I could find a few more people that would be interested in helping out with that too, Dave.
You can put the committee together?
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
Okay.
I'll make a motion, Joe Egan, please carry forward with the getting people together to form that committee. You would be, i.e. the committee chair, if you would.
Sure.
Yeah, all in favor?
Good, love it.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much. I think that worked out really good.
Yeah,
And we got ARPA funds.
yeah, and that would pull that 26 out of. Oh, yeah, you're working, never mind. It's in your book, I think.
The Chinese food is so good.
Yeah, keys, that's the thing in the correspondence folder from the lawyer about the keys.
Keys, oh, Michelle,
Yeah,
okay,
That's my email.
okay. The select board had asked about keys and access to the vault. Ran into a situation where people weren't here, couldn't get checks, do payroll, things of that nature. So the question was posed to the town clerk on getting keys to the vault, so that obviously nobody's there, we can still continue town business. So the question that was sent to Bureau of Motor Vehicle, T.N. Gowell, Municipal Coordinator. Good afternoon, my name is Michelle Day, and I'm an elected town clerk for the town of Brownfield. I've been asked by the Board of Selectmen to give keys to my office and vault, where I keep all vital records, election material, and motor vehicle plates, stickers, and registrations to the administrative assistant, selectman secretary. She is not currently a deputy clerk, although the board is trying to force me to make her one. My question is, since I am responsible for the contents, and am I required to give her keys? Thank you for your time, Michelle Day. Response. Here are my thoughts on the situation. First of all, you're the municipal agent for the Bureau of Motor Vehicle and responsible for the material that B&V has issued you. You are responsible for keeping track of your inventory, and so no one else should have access to this. My suggestion would be that either they find you another spot that B&V material can be kept and be under lock and key. They need to understand that B&V doesn't like other people having access to your inventory stuff material. No one should have access to this inventory but you and the clerks that work on registration titles on vehicles. If I can be of any more help, let me know. I will also talk to anyone that has questions about this stuff. So, I can't speak for anyone else, but I am categorically denying that there's any force being utilized on the town clerk to give keys up to the vault or her office. It was mentioned because we ran into that situation just very recently when we couldn't get checks because the people weren't available that have access. So I don't know where that's coming from.
That's an old email, I do believe.
Right, even that, even 2020,
Yeah,
but one, there was no force. Absolutely not. What I find kind of amazing about this, again, I'm not speaking for anyone else, me solely, is, you know, the vault, the checks are kept for the town in the vault, and they have to have access to it.
So let's just pick up and run with what they suggested, and like your stickers, you have to have them under lock and key in a separate spot.
Right,
So we'll just get her a separate place to put that stuff and take her out of the vault.
put a
For the
locking file
DMV.
cabinet,
Huh?
a locking file cabinet.
Yeah, for the
That's all
DMV.
you're
stuff.
gonna need.
I think that's the easiest way, and then that takes her out of the vault, right?
no, because you still got all the vital statistics and all that stuff she's responsible for.
Yeah, birth certificates with that stuff all is,
Yeah,
yeah, so I don't know.
Oh, so we have to address the shared part. Where's the shared part?
There is no share. It's
right,
Well, DMV, we can't share with them, so you set them aside,
right.
and the rest of it's town business.
I'd suggest we just have a sit down chat
yeah,
Like, look.
we can do that.
and try to figure something out, because, you know, when people can't get paid. Right. Because somebody's not here, come on. You know, you're talking to somebody's livelihood, they got bills to pay.
Yeah.
They got food put on the table.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be us, it's the assistants.
Right. It's just, there has to be keys available.
Yeah, we just want to keep it available, so we're not shut down.
That's all, that's it. I don't care if I ever go.
No, I'm
In there. Else whoever's, whatever they need to get the job done, to take care of people is handled. I had no reason to be in that ball.
Joe,
Don't care.
So Dick, would it be possible for the town to purchase a small safe, put it in the vault, and then put all of the motor vehicle information in there, plates, stickers, and what, even bolt it to the floor if you had to. That way, it's double secure.
yeah, it's birth certificates, it's a bunch of other stuff too that counts in it.
Yeah.
You know, so Cindy,
Yeah. You just get a-
Cindy,
Also for that information, also because if something happens to Michelle,
right,
that has to be taken into consideration as well, so
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there.
yeah, Bruce,
We have two bolts in this building, one downstairs and one in the other room.
yeah,
That's all I wanna mention. We already have two bolts.
that one downstairs, I understand is full. Yeah, there's a lot in there. I understand the whole stuff,
I'm just saying there's
Yeah.
two bolts.
yeah. All right, anything else in the correspondence? That you saw that was any good?
Well, the hazard survey, budget committee, that was.
That was last night.
Mike,
That was.
the proposal for community center rec,
Yep,
was that last night?
yeah, but you
That's
can discuss that.
Okay, Board of Selectmen proposal for community center director, as director for 2 years. I would ask to be considered for 10 hours weekly. To be added to my current 30 hours per week to establish myself as a full-time employee with benefits. I currently fulfill my 30+ weekly and need 10 more hours sufficiently. Complete my extra duties that I do without compensation now. They are not part of my job detail as rec director. Some examples are facility appointments, gym rentals, preparing gym for meetings, phone calls to plumbers, heat techs, flooring laborers, electricians, etc. Equipment rentals, paying bills for building, organization of paperwork, monies for building, opening building for laborers, setting codes, security systems, boiler room, storage room, cleaning, organizing, pest control, safety measures such as gas monitors, buying and ordering well testing, snow removal, salt and sand walkways, and do a yearly budget and managing it properly. These are some of the things I do to go above and beyond. I believe I have done a good job of managing the community center while also splitting time for my rec hours. It's time to expand my role here officially. Thank you for your considerations. I hope to continue to serve you well. Please feel free to contact me for phone numbers, Willie Tracy.
It'll have to be a standalone article.
Yes. To establish full-time employee. Zach. Just now. Wanted to writing, select board's request to can lower my hourly rate to $2.50 for the remainder of the town's fiscal year through June 30. Also happy to continuing discussing whether a flat fee arrangement for next year or an hourly billable rate makes the most sense for the town. Old County Road. From BJ Parker. Hey Cliff, this is BJ. I live on the upper part of Old County Road. I'm not sure if you know it, but our part of the road is not plowed at the same time as the rest of the road between the sharp corners, hills, cars and vans permanently parked on the roadside and blind spots. This is a dangerous section of road. The hill by the farm is usually pretty well cared for when it is all open and straight. The last time we had the road was not plowed when I left, nor was it plowed when I returned from work. Now, I'm sure it was plowed at some point in the day, but it certainly wasn't sufficient. At first, I thought you might be short-staffed, then I thought it must work better for your route to do it last. But Fen Hill isn't maintained, so no matter how you look at it, you have to backtrack to plow this last 1 mile stretch. I have a job to get to, and there are elderly folks living on our road as well. Emergency vehicles need to be able to get up here, and we need to be able to get out. Can you look into this and either adjust your route, talk to your staff? I appreciate all the hard work you guys do, and I really don't want to complain, but I live at the bottom of the hill and a dangerous part of the road to pull out because of the speed people come down over the hill and a little knoll that creates a blind spot for oncoming traffic. To do it through deep snow is even more dangerous, and I also worry about the school bus. Thank you much. BJ. North Coast Services.
And she just made those just on Facebook this morning.
North Coast Services.
Was the dirt section plowed of Old County Road this morning?
I'm not sure that it was, no.
I know Farnsworth Road wasn't plowed.
Okay.
There was only about an inch and a half. It's a snow.
Oh, really?
It wasn't much snow.
Oh, we had 3 inches on that, right? Matt had 4 at his house.
Wasn't as land in your house.
Yeah. That's weird.
There wasn't much of progress.
Yeah. Just enough for them to go wow. That was it.
Where's the turn? All right. And it was, yep, that's it.
Anything else? Eric?
I just gotta circle back for a second. So does the town clerk have a deputy right now?
No.
I think she does.
Who?
I think it's Wanda.
I thought they separated.
Yeah, they separated that. They wanted to stop doing it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that when it was not that long, last year
Year
or
ago.
so, they both.
She works.
Neither deputy,
She works when Michelle's not in there.
right, but I actually, they said, I did not see a physical resignation letter.
Right.
But they both said, we're not deputies of each other anymore.
Yeah. And Lynn has been filling in, so maybe,
Yes.
maybe we can make Lynn the deputy.
That's my point, is that if Wanda's over there registering cars, so she has access, but she's not to these vital records and DMV valuable things. And she's not a deputy, so that's a liability right there.
She is certified. That's the only thing I do know.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, we can find that out. That's easy.
But I guess to add to that is, so she would have had access to the vault so that you could have gotten checks between people.
She wasn't here.
Neither one of them are here.
And Lynn wasn't here.
Two things there. Number one, I like the idea of increasing William's time and having him as the director of the community center, having that responsibility on one person's shoulders. And I think Willie's done a really excellent job with the recreation department and with the community center. So just my 2 cents, but I know if it were an article, I certainly would vote for it. And then the second thing is the comprehensive plan had their final informational meeting last night. So we feel that we're done with, all of our informal meetings. And we want to proceed with making the revisions to the plan, submitting it to the state, getting it back from them, which Tom up the state said it'll take him no more than 2 days, because I went over with him, the basic changes. But we just wanted to confirm, based on our meeting with the select board, whatever it was a month ago, that the comprehensive plan will be submitted, and I hope I have this, I'm saying this correctly, as a referendum article to be voted on, in other words, on the ballot. And that was our understanding. Is that correct?
Mhm.
And so what we'll do is we'll get together with Michelle. We know that it's 30 and 30. We have to have a formal public hearing 30 days before, at least 30 days before the vote, and we have to give at least 30 days notice. We want to try to bump that out a little bit, just to have a cushion of time. So we'll get together with her to find out exactly what we need, what we have to do for the attested copy. Even though we've been through this once already, we just want to make sure that we understand it correctly. So we're going to proceed that way, and we'll keep you informed as we move along.
Is it 30 days for the absentee ballots? Is that
I'm not
what it is? I thought it
100%
was,
sure.
yeah, 30 day,
Either
30, 60, whether it was town meeting or not, but there was a time frame because of the absentee.
there
ballots.
is, like,
Yeah,
might be 45.
yeah. But if
Well,
they do that with 30, 60, we should be good.
You said true.
Yeah.
You got something to say? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think that, you have to do it at least, you have to have your wording in for the article 30 days before the,
Go to print.
before it goes to print.
Willie,
Thank you. Just so you know, we had the snow slide off the back of the community center tonight, well, late this afternoon. And it blew out one of the windows to the boiler room. So I contacted glass company up in online. And they'll be here in the morning.
is it covered up?
It's not covered up right now. They asked me to board it up, but it's, can't really board up the concrete there, so I was gonna try to tape a bag over it or
Yep, put plastic something over it.
something,
Yeah, just so the heat doesn't run out.
blanket or something. It is to the boiler room.
Right.
It's gonna freeze.
You can't get at it on the outside. Snow's in the way.
Right.
Yeah.
It came,
Is the snow gonna have to be moved so they can get at it?
Yes.
snow's gonna have to be removed. And it's also dangerous to get in there right now because not all the snow's come off. It's hanging 3 feet off the roof underneath that portion of the glass. Some of it came down, was curled in and blew the window out. Actually hit the window and the glass is protruding out.
The town equipment, get in there and get it out?
Yeah, they usually take the,
So I left a message with those guys that they're gonna need to be down there in the morning to.
Okay.
They're gonna be, I asked, they gave me a time between 9 and 10 tomorrow for. They couldn't get out yet this afternoon.
Right.
I called 2 different glass companies. You call them, one of them they didn't answer, so I'm already back to me, like, I don't know, I'm sure.
Poland glass?
Granite States,
Granite State? Okay.
Poland glass didn't answer.
They've been opening.
Hmm?
They've been opening.
I don't know, AJ's is gone too.
Yeah, so Granite State's coming out anyways.
Yeah, okay. Just make sure you take something over for the night, that's all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you wanna put in there, I mean, might be worth checking out, but
Plastic bags, anything.
yeah, I can access it from the inside, but from the outside. I can't. Yeah. I Good. some green foam up.
The glass company's gonna have to get at it from the outside, right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, good.
So the town.
Changed in.
Culver's gonna.
Yeah, they're painted one.
they're gonna come down tomorrow and I'm sure they'll take the measurements, they'll probably have to, I don't know if they'll do it right on the spot or if I'll have to come back later to tomorrow or whatever.
We gotta look at something, doing something with those, boarding them up or something on the bottom row.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice in that packet that we're going to have a visitor?
Yeah, yeah,
That's,
yeah.
Will they be concerned about that being blocked?
We've spoken about getting it done, so
Okay,
they should. We'll speak again tomorrow.
I just don't want to get,
We'll speak again tomorrow. All right,
thank you.
anything else?
Anything out there?
I asked, we already did that.
Perfect. Make a motion, wager.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Take a hand up.
Then yeah, don't forget not to. Don't shake your head, raise your hand. There we go. All right, so before you go in. I spoke to Cindy. This is what she put in. For hours. Okay, for the year.
Yep.
So we have to look at the per budget.
Yep.
To see if. That meets.
Right, we did run into that before. Transportation guys.
Yeah,
And there's vehicles.
right.
Same.
Yeah.
Came over that, he was the under. But, yeah, we ran into.
Yeah.
But we didn't know about them until,
Too late.
right, we didn't know because of, well, then the minimum wage changed. And that's when